Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will understand rank of a matrix using echelon form. The basics of this form: a non-zero row in a matrix is defined as a row that contains at least one non-zero entry. Now look at this matrix. In this matrix, this row is a non-zero row because in this row some entries are non-zero. Similarly, this row is a non-zero row. A zero row is defined as the row in which all entries are zero. So second row, this row is completely zero. That's why we can say it is zero row. A leading entry in a non-zero row is defined as the leftmost non-zero entry. This one is the leading entry of row 1 and this one is the leading entry of row 3. Echelon form. A matrix of order m by n is said to be an echelon form if it has the following properties. A zero row is the last row of the matrix, that is, all non-zero rows are above any zero row. Now look at this matrix. This is the zero row and this row is the last row. It may be possible that more than one rows are zeros and all these zero rows must be the last row. Every leading entry of a row is in a column to the right of the leading entry of the row above it. Look at this. Just to understand this one, take the example of this row. This one is the leading entry. The leading entry of a row is in a column. This is in second column. Is in a column to the right of the leading entry of the row above it. Row above it is this row and the leading entry is this one. So look at this. This entry, leading entry of second row is in the right of the leading entry of row above it, that is row number 1. All entries in a column below a leading entry are 0. So below this leading entry, these entries are 0. Here, this is 0. So this matrix is in echelon form. Reduced row echelon form. Matrix is said to be in reduced echelon form or reduced row echelon form if in addition to the previous 3 conditions, the following conditions are also satisfied. That is, the leading entry in each row is 1. Each leading entry 1 is the only non-zero entry in its column. It means other entries are 0. So if you look at this matrix A is in echelon form but not in reduced echelon form. But this matrix, look at this, leading entry is 1, other entries are 0. Similarly here, leading entry is 1, other entries are 0. Similarly here. So this matrix is in row reduced echelon form. Now, you have to note that each matrix is row equivalent to one and only one row reduced echelon form. It means for every matrix, there will be only one row reduced echelon form. The position corresponding to the leading one in reduced echelon form of a matrix is called the pivot position. And the column containing the pivot position is called pivot column. So look at this. This one is the first pivot position and this one is the pivot column. This one is second pivot position and column is this one. Similarly, this one is third one and column is this one. Now, algorithm for reduction to echelon form. Select the leftmost non-zero column. It means, suppose for example, the matrix is like this. Okay, so and suppose the entries are like this. I am taking the example of a 3 by 3 matrix. Select the leftmost non-zero column. Just assume this one is a non-zero column. Okay, so this one is the leftmost column. The top position is the pivot position. This position is the pivot position. If it is 0, then replace it with other rows. Otherwise, if it is non-zero, that is fine. Second one, use row operations to make all entries below pivot element 0. So you have to apply row operations to make these elements, this one and this one, 0. Now ignore the pivot row and column and repeat this step 1 and 2. Now just ignore this row, this column and this row. You have this submatrix. So apply these rule number 1 and step number 1 and 2 for this submatrix and move on until there are no more non-zero rows to modify. Algorithm for reduction to reduced row echelon form. To reduce a matrix into row reduced echelon form, following extra steps are required. So first 3 conditions are there and you have to apply additional these 3 steps. Now select the rightmost pivot. If it is not 1, then use row operation to make it 1. Rightmost mean, look at this, if you go to the previous one we have started with the leftmost, this position. So here we will starting with the rightmost. Rightmost means somewhere, it may be here or another place. Rightmost. So you have to select the rightmost pivot. If it is not 1, then use row operations to make it 1. Use row operations to make all entries above the pivot. It means, suppose this is the rightmost, then you have to make the elements above this element to 0. Okay. Ignore the pivot column and move left. Now you have to ignore this column and you have to move left. And repeat step 4 and 5 until all the pivot columns to the left are processed. Now look, if you look at this, in the previous when we are talking about echelon form, then we are moving from top to down. So we can say that was the forward phase. The first phase was forward phase, and in this phase, row reduced echelon form, we are moving from downwards to upwards. So this is called as backward phase. Now we have to reduce this matrix into echelon form and row reduced echelon form. Say suppose for example the elements are denoted by A, I, J. So here look at this A11 is 0. So you can replace it with this row or this row. So here I have taken R1 interchange with R3. So look at the third row is now the first row and the first row is now the third row. So look at this. This 2. A11 is the pivot element, is the leftmost and non-zero. So you can make all other elements below the pivot element in this column 0. Now for this is already 0, this is 4, so you can apply the transformation R2 minus 2 R1. So here this is the transformation and this is the matrix. Now here I have written this matrix, previous matrix for easy view. Now ignoring the first two and first column, you have to ignore this one and this one. Now remaining submatrix is this one. Remaining submatrix this one. So A22 is this one is the pivot element for the remaining matrix, and we have to make this element 0 below the pivot element. So to make A32 0, we can apply the elementary row transformation R3 plus 1 by 2 R2. So we get A in this form. Here all elements of this row are 0 and this is 0. So this is the required echelon form. Now for reducing A into, this is the A echelon, the matrix is in echelon form. Now to reduce this into reduced echelon form, select the rightmost pivot element, and the rightmost pivot element is, look at the first one is this one, second one is this one. So rightmost is this one, that is A22. So A22 equal to minus 2 is the rightmost pivot element. Thus to convert A22 into 1, we apply the elementary row operations R2 divided by minus 2 and you will get this matrix. Now we have to make all elements above the pivot in second column 0. Second column 0 is in this is the pivot and we have to make this element 0. So for this you can apply R1 minus R2. So if you apply this, you will get this matrix. Now here this column is in perfect order. This is 0 1 0. Now move left and this is the next pivot element and we have to make it 1. So for this apply R1 replaced by R1 by 2. So look at this, this is 1 0 1 by 2 and 3 by 2. So now if you look at this, these are the pivot positions, this one and all elements above and below are 0. So this is the required reduced row echelon form. Now rank of a matrix using echelon form. So this is the matrix we have taken, already discussed A, and this is the required echelon form. Now the rank of a matrix is the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form of a matrix. We are talking about echelon form, not reduced. The rank of a matrix is the number of non-zero rows in the echelon form of the matrix. It means simply you can find the rank from the echelon form itself. Okay, no need to go further. So this is required for further applications, but here you have to restrict to up to echelon form. Okay. So number of non-zero rows, if you look at this row is a non-zero row. Similarly, this second row is a non-zero row, but this one is a 0 row. This one, last one is 0 row. So number of non-zero row equal to 2. That's why its rank equal to 2. So in this way, you can calculate the rank. Now, the one thing which you have to remember is we are applying only row transformations to find or to reduce a matrix into echelon form. We are not using column transformation. So we will use only row transformation to reduce a matrix into echelon form. Later on we will see how we can apply, how we can use this to find the solution of a system of linear equations. So I hope that you got the concept of echelon form, and we will discuss its application in next lecture. Thank you.